Good morning to everyone. So in this video we are going to discuss about connecting internet, connecting two networks through router, right, through a single router. So we'll see the simulation. So I have three PCs in one network and I have another three PCs in another network. And I need a networking device to connect all these PCs. So I use a switch, and now I need a router for connecting these two switches. So now I will use a router for this. Now I want to define the connections between this end device and the router. It automatically takes the respective interfaces in the switch and the end devices. Now I will connect this switch with the router. So now the connections has been defined. Now I want to define label the IP addresses. So 192.168.0.2 192.168.0.3. We'll copy this. 0.4. Let's define the gateway router as 1. This is one network, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, and I will define this gateway router as 1.1, right? So we should not use the 0 address, which is nothing but the start address of a network. So in this case of this 0 network, here 192.168.0.0 will be used as a network ID, and any network block, the first address is going to be the network ID and the last address is going to be the directed broadcast address, and we should not use those two IP addresses which is reserved for this purpose. And similarly in this case 192.168.1.0 should not be used, and the last address should not be used, so that those IP addresses will be used for broadcast address, directed broadcast address, and network ID, right? So this interface is nothing but the gateway router interface, and this interface is nothing but the gateway router interface of this network, right? So please remember this gateway router interface. So what does it mean? The this router will act as the gateway router for both of this network, right? So whatever the packets that comes into the network and whatever the packets that leaves this network, it has to cross this gateway router, right? And similarly, and whatever the packet that crosses this that enters into the packet and leaves the network, so it has to cross this IP address, which is nothing but the interface, right? IP interface, right? So this is the interface for this entire 192.168.1 network, and this is the IP address for the gateway IP address for the 192.168.0 network, right? So you have to define this IP for every PC, right? So 192.168.1.2 and 192.168.1.1 will be the gateway IP, right? So you copy this. So 1.3 is the IP and 1.1 is the gateway IP, and here also 1.4 is the IP and 1.1 is the gateway IP, and in this network 192.168.0.2 is the IP, and 0.1 is the gateway IP. Zero point 3 is the IP, and 0.1 is the gateway IP. So using this simulation you can able to easily understand the importance of a gateway router, right? So 0.4 is the IP of this last node, and 0.1 is the gateway IP. Okay, so now all the PCs are defined with IP address. Now you need to define the interface IP, right? So for this there are two interfaces of this router are used. So one is nothing but gigabit ethernet 00, gigabit ethernet 01, right? It has two interfaces. Both these interfaces are connected, is acting as a gateway IP address for two networks, right? So you need to define that. So to define the interface IP address, so you want to select this router. Look at you need to select this router, and you want to choose this gigabit ethernet 00. So you need to define this IP address, right? So IP address, which is nothing but the IP address of this interface, right? So 192.168.1.1, and subnet mask will be automatically taken, and you need to change the port status, because Cisco routers are by default manufactured with automatic shutdown. So we need to enable this so that this interface will be always active, right? And you need to define the second interface of that router. So the second interface is going to have the IP address of 192.168.0.1, and it takes the automatic subnet mask, and you need to enable the port status so that it will be always active, right? So now IP address is also defined for this router, right? So now you need to check for communication, right? So here yes, now I'll go for simulation mode to check for the so I'll choose ICP packet alone. So reduce the ping size. Okay, the simulation is ready. So now I'll select a simple PDU that needs to communicate from PC2 to PC3 here. So packet is ready to transmit. So capture forward, you can click on capture forward. Packet is ready to transmit. It reaches switch 0. It reaches the router. Sorry, it needs to be redone. So PC1 to PC4, packet ready to transmit. There are some situations where everything is properly configured, but it shows some errors in the simulation, right? Wait. We'll check for. Yes, now it works. So sometimes it shows some errors, right? It's a problem with Cisco Packet Tracer. So sometimes it shows such type of errors, but it is actually working without any issues, right? Because everything has been properly configured, right? So sometimes there are cases, right? And let's check for some other simulation also, right? So let's go for this to this. Yes, packet is ready to transmit. I think this will be a successful communication. Yes, it works. So packet successfully sent and acknowledgement properly received, right? Let's go for one more checking. So from here to here, right? Packet reaches the switch forwards the packet to the router, because that is nothing but the gateway router. From there it reaches the switch, and the switch forwards the packet to the PC5, and PC5 responds with the acknowledgement, and the switch forwards the acknowledgement to the router, and router forwards the acknowledgement to switch 0, and it reaches and it is getting forwarded to PC0, which is nothing but the source, right? So this is how this, so you can easily understand the importance of a gateway router. This router act as a gateway router for both this network, right? So which is 192.168.1 network and 192.168.0 network, right? So whatever the packet that enters into the network which from outside world, and whatever the package that is generated to be transmitted over outside network, it has to cross this IP, right, which is nothing but the interface of gateway router, right? And this router also act as a gateway router for this 192.168.0 network, and whatever the packet that enters into the network from outside world, and whatever the packet that is generated in the network to leave the network, so it has to reach this 192.168.0.1 as the interface of gateway interface of the gateway router, right? So you need to define the gateway IP of gateway address of this. You need to give the gateway IP of this network. Look at where it is. Sorry, command prompt needs to be closed. So in this IP configuration, this is the important one you want to note down in case of the simulation, which is default gateway. So which is nothing but 192.168.0.1. So you can use any IP as gateway router, not necessarily the first IP. So you can use any IP as the gateway router, gateway IP interface router, right? So you can see, we will see another example of Cisco Packet Tracer in the next video. Thank you.